Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. I'm pretty excited for this little Xbox event happening tomorrow because I think Microsoft has finally accumulated, a solid roster of first-party studios that are creating good games. Am I giving them the benefit of the doubt? Maybe I'm relying on them too much. Maybe I'm giving them a little bit too much credit, but hopefully, and all of the rumors are suggesting that this event should be pretty awesome, and there should be some really, really cool games shown off, whether it be new IPs, existing franchises, returning gameplay of titles we've already, that have already been announced. Nevertheless, it's very exciting if you're on PC as well, because these games are ultimately going to come on PC. They'll be available on Steam. They'll be available on Xbox Game Pass, at least if Microsoft does stick with their game plan, and I'm pretty sure going forward, they are going to stick with that game plan. A lot of crazy rumors going around, but I picked out 5 games. 2 of them already announced. 3 of them would be new announcements that I am particularly excited to potentially hear about, see more gameplay, whatever the case may be. So starting things off, let's get the elephant out of the room right away. The game that I want to see the most at this event is Fable 4. Yes, Playground Games, the guys that are have done the Forza Horizon titles, are rumored to be working on an open world RPG, that being Fable 4. Fable is one of those franchises that has been dormant for way too long. I know a lot of people did not like Fable 3 to the extent of Fable 1 and 2. I still thought Fable 3 was a decent game and I completed it, but Fable 2, literally one of my most enjoyed RPGs ever. I loved Fable 2. I get that, it's not a huge open world in Fable 2, but Fable 2 just had a lot of things going for it, a lot of replayability. I remember tweaking and messing with my Xbox, so I got like infinite amount of money in that game too, and I got like the morality and got all those achievements. Whatever, Fable 2 was just an awesome game. I beat that game multiple times, countless times, and I love that game. Fable being done by Playground, which is a studio that is immensely talented, and a studio that they did amazing work with Forza Horizon, but now they're stepping into something completely new. Forza Horizon was an open world game, but it's an open world racer. The idea of them stepping into the world of Fable and trying to realize that vision is incredible, and just the potential of that, I think, is incredible. And these are the kind of titles that Microsoft really needs to put out. Yes, I'm all for new IPs, but to kick off their first party run and showcase that you do have this roster of games that is going to be incredibly compelling, you need some known IPs. Nobody's going to care about Joe Schmo's, new game that, new IP that a lot of people don't know about until they release that first game, and that first game is received well. Then those games can build. Like, a lot of people weren't hyped up for the first Uncharted game. It was after the first Uncharted game was really good. Then it was after Uncharted 2 was really amazing that Uncharted exploded as a franchise. You're not going to do that with new IPs right off the bat. Absolutely, developers should be working on new IPs, trying to create new brands, but I also think there's this idea of having older franchise, revitalize them, change them up, but you have that name value, you have that nostalgia element as well, and I don't think you should rely on nostalgia too much. But with the Fable 4, we haven't seen Fable in what? It feels like a decade. I think it's been a decade, and I think now is a better time than ever to bring that over to Series X, Xbox One, PC, the whole shebang. And it's pretty much a really horrible kept secret at this point. Just about everybody knows it's going to happen, but I want to see some gameplay. I want to see how Fable has evolved over the last 10 years. This Fable 4 is probably not going to be exactly similar to Fable 2 and 3. And hell, if we can get a Fable 2 PC port on top of that, that would be pretty amazing as well. Alright, next up, this rumor really started coming to light recently, and that is a brand new Ninja Gaiden. Ninja Gaiden, however you want to say it, was one of my favorite franchises growing up. I played Ninja Gaiden on the Xbox, I played Ninja Gaiden 2, played Ninja Gaiden Sigma 1 and 2, and I played Ninja Gaiden 3. That one was a little bit of a yikes until Razor's Edge, but Ninja Gaiden 1 and 2 I had an awesome time with. I actually went back and played Ninja Gaiden 1 through backwards compatibility on Xbox One not too long ago, and boy oh boy does that game's camera, that has not aged well at all. But Ninja Gaiden I have a lot of fond memories with, and if we have a studio like a Ninja Theory working on Ninja Gaiden 4 or a game of that extent, that would be pretty incredible. And Ninja Gaiden is one of those franchises. Ryu Hayabusa, an iconic character, another franchise that if it comes back, definitely a lot of appeal and a lot of lure there. And the rumors have been running rampant with this one over the last few days, so let's hope Ninja Gaiden does come to fruition as well. That's one that I am particularly excited about, the potential of that, at least if that does come to pass. Alright, next up, obviously this is the most promoted game heading into this Xbox event, Halo Infinite. We are supposed to be seeing the first campaign gameplay come tomorrow, and Halo Infinite is a really interesting game because I think Halo, in terms of its mainstream recognition, is at a lower point than ever. Social media numbers are actually doing pretty solid, but if I just speak anecdotally, I compare growing up and remembering Halo 3's release, where that was literally a cultural event. Like, maybe some of you guys didn't live through the Halo 3 release, but I remember 2007, ahead of the Halo 3 release, that game game was literally everywhere. The midnight releases were crazy. Halo 3 was the game back in 07. That game was a gargantuan release, and to say Halo 5 was not at Halo 3 levels, I think that would be a little bit of an understatement. I think we could just look at commercial sales and that'll prove us, one way over the other. However, Halo Infinite is the opportunity with the kickoff of a new generation to really revitalize Halo as a franchise. It seems like they're going to be going a different direction with Halo Infinite, whether that be a more open world game design, whether it be the rumored grappling hook, which looks to be imaged in the promotional material. There's a lot of opportunity to take Halo in a different direction, and I know that a lot of people are going to be salty when they see Halo is of a different kind, but look, I am all for it. God of War did it in 2018, and God of War turned out better for it. Halo needs a stark shift like that. I'm not saying completely turn it on its head, but there needs to be change with Halo. It's been stale for too long, and if 343 just wants to be the studio that pumps out Halo after Halo, if Microsoft is committed that Halo is never going to die as a franchise, and they're just going to do Halo after Halo after Halo after Halo, then you got to do something like Sony and God of War at some point and shake up the franchise a little bit, and I think Halo Infinite is finally going to do that. I don't know, maybe I'm being a little bit too harsh on Halo. I enjoyed Halo 1, 2, 3, and Halo Reach. 4 and 5 were not my cup of tea, and I do want Halo to succeed. Look, I'm very nostalgic about Halo. I remember all of the nights that I played Halo 3 until 4 in the morning. I had friends over and we just played Halo 3 all night long. I want to get back to the glory days of Halo, but Halo does need to be shaken up a little bit because Halo 4 and Halo 5, man, that was just not it. It wasn't it for me. But Infinite, I am going to give them the benefit of the doubt, and hopefully they do offer up something very compelling with Infinite. Alright, next up, Perfect Dark Revival. This is another one that's been rumored about quite a bit. We'll see if this one comes to pass. This one I am not completely keen on, and I just don't know where you want to take Perfect Dark at this point. I played Perfect Dark 0 on the Xbox 360, and I didn't hate it as much as other people, but Perfect Dark 64, while that game was a little bit ahead of my time, I know that that's the game that people think about very fondly. Perfect Dark is another one of those franchises, however, it has a lot of name appeal, and again, you're just riding off the name appeal. It's essentially a new game. I mean, Perfect Dark is not going to be that similar to the, 360 game, but it has that name value, and I do think that name value is more important than a new IP just coming out. Again, you do new IPs, but having these games with name value is going to be exponentially important because imagine a new console coming out with Ninja Gaiden, with Halo, with Perfect Dark, with Fable. Those are brands that people know. Those are brands that people recognize and they have affinity towards. And that can get them their foot in the door as far as buying the console. Obviously, you guys are probably going to get all these games on PC through Xbox Game Pass or whatever your selected means are. You can buy them on Steam or whatever you want to do. But having these brands, I think, is important. And Perfect Dark, while it's not my favorite game of all time or anything like that, I do understand the importance of it and why it would be a big get from Microsoft. Lastly, I do want to note EVERWILD. This is a brand new game by Rare. We've actually got a little bit of footage on it. There was a reveal trailer back at IXO 19, again, done by Rare. Rare, a very underutilized studio these days, but this game looks exceptionally well. I mean, this visual style is stunning. And Rare, I mean, Sea of Thieves has become quite a popular game these days. I believe the Steam release, it really popped off on Steam, so that's kind of interesting to think about. Sea of Thieves, obviously, initially not very good, but it has made quite the comeback in terms of throwing out updates and things of that nature, and them doing another new game in EVERWILD, just seeing this game in motion, it looks pretty sick, and I would like to see a little bit more of that come this event. But that's going to conclude this video. Again, I think tomorrow's going to be a very, very interesting day of big announcements, and if you're a PC guy, great for you, because these games are coming to PC as well, and if they're all going to be on Game Pass, that's going to be really, really sick that you're going to be able to play on that, and they'll hopefully be on Steam as well. All of these games that have come out on Game Pass, they've been on Steam as well. Gears 5, and Sea of Thieves, all those games are on Steam. Hopefully they add Forza Horizon 4 to Steam soon. I think that would do pretty well. But that's going to conclude this video. Let me know if you guys have any interest in games that you want to see get announced. Keep it realistic. I don't think Bad Company 3 is going to get announced out of nowhere at this Xbox event, but who knows? I've seen crazier. But that's going to wrap up this one. Sound off with your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you have a request for a future video, you can leave that in the comments as well, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.